guys, I am back. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Yes, I just wanted to do well, first of all, hi, this is Adrienne Monique and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me. Yeah, talking about where I've been. I had to get surgery. I did have to do that. And refocusing, rebranding, and the different things that I'm wanting to do with my channel. I kind of don't want to discuss everything. I just kind of want some stuff to be like a surprise, like, oh, this is nice, this is a nice surprise. So that's what I'm trying to do, but we'll get more into that later. Let's just get started. I'm going to be using my Revolution, there we go, my Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Primer. And Revolution Pro, I think it's just another it's a branch of Makeup Revolution. I really like this primer. It feels hydrating. I feel like this is what, I haven't tried the Fenty primer, but I have a feeling that this is what their primer is like. Not their hydrating primer, but like their original skin primer or whatever. I'm going to be using the Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation from NYX, and I'm in the color Nutmeg. I think I had another color, but it was just, I need a mirror. I have a mirror. Yes. Let's just do my little dot thing like I usually do. Looks like it's going to be a nice little shade for me. And this is a matte foundation, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna go down pretty matte. But yes, guys, so where I've been is just, you know, life. Well, for one, I got really busy with work, and I kind of felt a little like, what am I doing, kind of, and I didn't honestly know what direction I was taking my channel in. I'm still figuring it out, you know. And I did get surgery. I did get a tonsillectomy at 28 years old. I had to get a tonsillectomy. I had been having chronic inflammation for a while, like I want to say years, before I actually came to this decision to take them out. And then they were giving me a lot of trouble this year, a lot of trouble. And so I finally went to a ear and nose and throat doctor. I forgot what they're called, like it's a big long word that I don't have the patience to learn to say. She told me that it would be best for you to take them out. I was like, is that your thing? And I'm like, you would just want to take this one out, because this was the one on my left side was the one that was giving me the most trouble. And she was basically saying that if I take one of them out, then if I only take one of them out, then the other one's probably, she said she can 95% guarantee me that the other one's going to give me problems too, because it's going to be taking on all the work that just one is going to now be taking on the work of 2 tonsils. And I'm going to end up having problems with that one. And she also said that that one doesn't really look normal anyway. So girl, we taking both of them out. And I'm glad that that happened, because if I would have had to do this one and then go back in and do this one again, I'd have been like, oh my god. First of all, the surgery went smooth. It was the after part, like the healing part, that was the most grueling. The reason why you get your tonsils out when you're a child is because you heal faster as a child. Me being a grown woman, it took a little bit longer for me to heal. And child, did it ever. When I was there, the anesthesiologist, it was 2 of them that came in. One of them told me that because I am a female, I'm young, and I don't smoke, I am more likely to be nauseated from the anesthesia. She said all those are good things, but it means that you're going to probably be a little bit more nauseated. So she gave me a little thing and she stuck it behind my ear to keep me from being nauseated even after I wake up, because the anesthesia stays in your body at least for a good minute after your surgery. Had me on that good.
What's your friend's name again?
Andre.
Andre? How long you know him?
Oh, a long time.
You like them?
I love them.
Oh, so good.
That's the drug.
She kept asking for you. I said, okay. I'll bring it to Andre. That sounds him?
Well, that was
Andre
a quick
is
5
with
minutes.
Adrienne.
That's the drug.
Yeah. Were you able to get
Some real good medicine. You know, they gave me some good while I was on bed. And then they also sent me home with some good. And they gave me liquid form because they say, you know, you're not going to want to swallow something, you know, whole or whatever. And I was like, I don't even like swallowing pills before my tonsillectomy. I know I'm not going to like them now. By the way, doesn't this foundation look like that was just one layer? And it looks flawless. It matches perfectly, I feel. Yes, come on, girl. Your girl is nutmeg. Really have, hold on, this calls for some concentration. I'm sorry. Got home and I was actually doing well. The medicine that they gave me was working. I was doing just fine. And I was actually eating, like I had an appetite, like even though my stomach, like, because my throat really wasn't hurting, because I mean it was raw and I could tell that it was raw, and there was some slight pain, but it was like tolerable, like I could still eat. And I was like hungry. I was like, yo, I want some soft tacos from from Taco Bell. I was eating all this ice cream. I was just living it up. He told me before I went under, she told me that the patch lasts for 3 days. So on the third day, or I think a little bit after or something like that, I took it off. That's when the shit show started, because I was not prepared. Apparently the anesthesia did stay in my system. I started, even just looking at food made me want to throw up. At soup, and even the ice cream, because I would get the ice cream from Sonic, because I think they're Sonic. I think their ice cream, I like, just like the way it is. Even looking at that, I said, I couldn't eat anything. I didn't want to eat anything. I had this sudden aversion to food. Then on top of that, the pain was getting worse, because yes, and we were anticipating that, because they did say around the third or fourth day, you're gonna feel some more discomfort. Then it got to the point where I didn't want to eat anything and I didn't want to drink. And it was just like, you know, and that was like her number one thing. She's like, you have to stay hydrated. You have to stay hydrated. If you do not stay hydrated, you can get infection. You're gonna be right back here at the hospital. It's not gonna be pretty. There's some parts that were starting to heal. There's some parts that were raw, and so anything that went down my throat stung. It just stung. I'm gonna go into my Tammy Makeup by Tammy and Twilight. This is the palette, guys. I'm just gonna say that. This is the palette. Go into Tanned and go into my crease area. And so I just couldn't understand that, because first, for one, I love to eat. Like, me not wanting to eat, something's definitely wrong. Couldn't drink, so I was starting to get really dehydrated, and just the worst I felt. I just felt so bad when I got to the point where I called a family friend. She's a nurse, and I was just like, I can't do this. Everything just felt so bad, like I was just really going through it. And I did have my other doctor, the one who did the surgery, I did have her on like speed dial or whatever. She's like, you're dehydrated, you need to drink. Like, if anything, if you can't even eat, like, you need to drink. But when I called the nurse's office, like just the actual like doctor's office just in general, the nurse was just like, I told her I have like this new aversion to food. Like, even just looking at food, it just makes me, I tried to eat a Pop-Tart and I was like, like I just couldn't even eat a Pop-Tart. I love Pop-Tarts, especially the strawberry ones. I love Pop-Tarts. Well, they're saying, well, are you pregnant? I said, no. Why would I be pregnant? You guys, they took a COVID test, a blood test, and all of that before the surgery. Everything came back completely, you're fine. Why would you be pregnant, Adrienne? Like, why would you be pregnant? My family friend who's a nurse, and she said, you need to call them, and then you need to call your primary doctor, and do not take no for an answer. So you need to see, or at least speak to her today. And that's exactly what I did. I just told them, I said, I don't know what you guys are going to do or how you guys can help me, but I need to speak to Monica her on a first name basis. I was like, I need to speak to Monica today. With my doctor, I finally got a hold of her, and she was just like, what's going on, love? Like, what's going on? And so I told her, and she said, and I said, they told me that I might be pregnant. The other place that I called, they tried to tell me that it wasn't because of the surgery. They were like, this is sound surgery related. And I was like, what? I told her that. She said, well, were you having these symptoms before the surgery? And I said, no, I no. And she said, then it's because of the surgery that you're having these things. That I don't know where they even got that from. Y'all, I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I finally felt like I was being heard. I felt like no one really understood except like the people thought that I was tripping, and I was like, I promise you guys I am not tripping, like I promise you guys. And so when she said that, I wanted to cry because I'm actually going through. I'm going in with coconuts now. Well, she said, you're probably still nauseated from the anesthesia. She said, I mean, when was your surgery? Just like, what, a week ago? And I was just like, I wanted to cry because I finally kind of felt like I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not tripping. No one's thinking that I'm tripping. I'm like, what the f is up with doctors thinking that you're tripping when you're saying, like, when you're saying that something's wrong? Like, you really have to advocate for yourself. Like, you really do. I'm going to, send you a prescription for anti-nausea. You're just nauseated. And she said, I'm pretty sure because you're hungry, that's also making you even more nauseated because you're so hungry. And I was like, oh my gosh. I just was like, so confused. Couldn't really eat that day. I think maybe I ate a bite of something. But I was trying to make sure that I got some water down because, yeah. And then I think I got some I got some throat spray to kind of numb the back of my throat a little bit so I can, like stomach swallowing things again because it was still hurting. I couldn't even like drink a smoothie. It was hurting so bad. And I love smoothies too. But the next day, I was nervous, but I was able to get down some applesauce and some cream of wheat, and I was like, I remember I was eating it, I was like, yes. So yeah, that happened. Even after all that went away, like all that pain and everything went away, and I was finally able to start eating again because my appetite was slowly coming back. I had lost like maybe 13 to 15 pounds in like that 2 week frame because the recovery period was like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Mine's actually turned out to be 3 weeks because I went back to my post-op so she could look at me, and my doctor was just like, I'm giving you another week because you going through it. And I was like, I am. Another thing that happened to me was once I did start healing, there was also discomfort because my throat scabbed over and I could feel them peeling off. Gosh, it felt like my throat was peeling, which it was. It was a hot ass mess. So I wasn't filming that whole month of June. I was like, no. And when I got home, when I was actually done with everything, I still was tired. So that's why my doctor also gave me another week off because I was really I hadn't really fully recuperated yet. I'm going to help you out, girl, and we're just gonna give you another week. And I was like, thank God, because it was hot. I didn't feel like being on that plane. Just no. So yes, I didn't work that whole month of June, and then July happened, and that's when I actually started vlogging. That leads me to segue into refocusing and rebranding and all that jazz. I'm going in with Dreams. It's another brown chocolatey color. So I started vlogging maybe around like my birthday week because I was doing some stuff, and so I was like, yo, I want to get into vlogging for my channel. And I may not do it all the time, but because I really don't be doing nothing, y'all. I'm like boring. I really don't be doing nothing. Start doing that. I want to start vlogging, and that's one of the directions that I want to take my channel in. I'm really excited about it. I have footage for, well, I actually have one vlog, I believe, completely edited now at this point. Yes, and I'll be releasing that soon. I also have footage for another vlog. That is something that I'm actually looking forward to doing. And yes, then another thing that I was actually wanting to do, now that I'm getting into vlogging and stuff like that, you know, my page is like about beauty and self-care and lifestyle and stuff like that, but I don't really do a lot of self-care stuff. I need to do some more, you know, shower routines and what I do to my skin and hair and just how I take care of myself or whatever. I do have my favorites, but I do like to venture out and do other products and stuff. I'm gonna go into one of my favorites, the Bare Necessities palette. I'm just gonna go ahead and open so you guys can see this greatness. Yes. And I'm gonna go into Genie, which is this badass gold color. On my lid. You guys don't see that? I hope you guys can see that, because that is giving gold realness. Like, come through. This needed break that I had, as far as me just not filming for a few months and not posting anything for a few months. I've actually been taking a break from social media too. I just found myself just needing a break and getting my life together, because I was actually feeling just a little unmotivated and not sure if what I liked what I was doing on my channel, if there was, it felt like something was missing. And I feel like since I've taken this time away from not posting, I've just been kind of looking at things and soaking up information and soaking up what I've seen other people do and being like, yo, I mean, I could do that and maybe put my own little spin on it, or kind of soaking in and feeding my creative juices. And I really appreciated taking this break, and it made me kind of just fall in love with filming again and wanting to get back into it. And just, yeah, of course I am still evolving, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna change things up again, but I think that's the beauty of everything, you know. And I like the fact that I can just take a break and just kind of sit back and think, you know, I really don't like where I liked where it was going, but I felt like I could just be doing more, you know, things. And a lot of the times me not doing certain things was me just being scared and nervous of putting it out there. Hold on, I'm actually gonna go into idle hour, and then I would just look and see other people just putting out whatever it is that they want to put out and just being so fearless about it. And I'm like, Adrienne, just, you can take a freaking lesson in what they're doing. Put it out there. What's the worst that can happen? Someone not like it? Whatever. People aren't liking the things that these other people are doing, and they're still doing just fine. You know, you're always going to have a hating ass hater, you know? So just, you know, do it. Like, please, you know, there's no cookie cutter format to this, you know. Yeah, that is what I have been kind of going through. That's another thing that I am trying to do, is just having a little bit more fun doing makeup looks and just doing whatever. And I recently just got into doing my own nails, and I feel like I'm getting better and better with each set that I do. I've only done 3 sets, but I feel like I'm learning kind of fast, and I want to start doing like get readies with me, where I'm doing like 4-in-1, where I'm doing makeup, outfit, nails, hair, or people do fragrance, but I'm not really good at perfume. I have allergies, so I don't tend to do very well in the perfume department, and they're expensive. This is gonna be such a choppy video because I'm like trying to like explain and make sure this makeup look doesn't look a hot mess. Just having more fun and venturing out of my comfort zone when it comes to doing these videos. And I also want to incorporate flight attendant stuff. Yeah, they may not even be interested in being a flight attendant, but they want to you know, just like travel tips and how I pack and you know, just little fun things like that, you know, and just kind of branch out just a little bit more. I'm not just a one-trick pony, and actually putting myself out there would be just a really great thing to do. Confident, that's the word. I was starting to not feel very confident in my channel, you know, and what I was doing, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't like that unsureness, you know. I didn't want to get in front of the camera and not really feel passionate about what I was doing, because like, what's the point, you know? Yeah, we are done for the eyes right now. I feel like I've gone in on them enough. Okay, so I'm taking the NYX. Almost went inside my nose with that one, but I'm taking the NYX. I get redness right here for some reason. Didn't know why. Don't get it. Don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. But we're just gonna tap that in, make that look a little bit prettier. And then as far as the concealer, I guess, so this is kind of like my shade. Let me see. Yeah, that's my shade. Like, what in the world? That's a little bit better. It's really bright. I might not need to do that little layering thing that I usually do. A little sponge. Love this thing. Blend with what? What are we gonna blend it out with? Yeah, we're gonna blend it out with this. We're just gonna blend out that other end. These concealers are actually kind of okay. Like, yes, girl. This one's really, really bright. I don't know if I should go for it, but I'm gonna go for it. Whatever, YOLO. And then we're gonna take the little brush or whatever that I was using to blend this concealer, y'all. We're just gonna tap it in. Tap, tap, tap in. And then we're gonna take the first concealer that we were using, and we're just gonna do a little brightening.
On the forehead, this time I don't want to pick up the product. On the forehead, like so. Down the bridge of the nose, maybe on the chin, or whatever. And then I'm gonna take the booty, and my little small thing. And then take it. This one seems like it's not working really well. It's like hard to blend in. No, I feel like it. It dries down super fast. No, I feel like it.
We're gonna do some cream contour. But I did notice that even though I wasn't really posting, that people were still low-key, you know, feeling my ish. And they went ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I was like, I did not have no 90-something when I started. So welcome, new people. Yeah, that was lovely to see. Also wanted to, that's another thing I want to talk about too. I wanted to connect my YouTube with my blog. You know, different topics that I talk about on my blog, I wanted to be able to talk about it on my YouTube channel, or have the blog post coincide with my YouTube post, so that way it can bring traffic to my blog and vice versa. And so yes, I'm glad that I took the time to kind of just really zero in what I wanted to do. And now I feel better about getting in front of the camera, because at first I was just like, yo, I don't even like, what am I doing? Like, this doesn't even seem like something that I'm just interested anymore in doing. It just didn't seem like something that I could feel myself just kind of fading away. Double check to make sure that we are crease the frick free, and we aren't. I'm gonna take my what is this? Oh, Beauty Bakery. I can't keep nothing on the table. My Beauty Bakery setting powder in oat, and I'm just gonna dabble that in there. It don't need to be a lot. I know it's called Beauty Bakery. Oh, excuse me. But it doesn't get very cakey. And we're gonna do some powder contouring. Damn, I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh, you know when y'all lose your train of thought and you're like, you just can't get it back? Like, that's what just happened. But anyways, I'm gonna go into my light to medium True Complexion contour palette, and we just gonna bronze. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. So that's where your girl has been. And, you know, during this time, you know, I had a good support system. You know, when I was like, man, I'm not even filming, and you know, I have people in my life that are like, okay, so you film when you get ready to start filming and stuff. And you know, if you don't feel good about what you're doing or what you're trying to do, then there really ain't no point in doing it. I'm happy to be back and to have like a new sense of confidence with my channel. Like, I'm really happy, and you know, if that changes again, I'm gonna just take a break. My little blush palette from Juvia's Place, and it's the Saharan blush palette volume 2. I think I'm gonna go into Tau, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of the Sola because it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm just gonna put it up here. It looks good. But I'm really liking the eyes. Like, I don't really think I need to do anything other than what I've been doing. Or just keep it, I don't need to add anything else. Just keep it the way it's looking. So I'm going to go into Dreams. And I'm just going to take that and pat that all on that lower lash line. You know, and when I'm doing like my makeup, I never really spend much time on the lower lash line. I feel like, for one, I keep always getting makeup in my damn eye when I do it. And for two, I don't need to do a lot. Like, it's not needed. Would it look good if I put white underneath here? That'd be too much. I'm not gonna do that. I hate the way white looks underneath in my waterline anyway. It looks stupid. So yeah, I'm not feeling that black either, but it's on there, so whoop-de-doo. I'm gonna go into Baubles. That's the dark brown color that I had in my Bare Necessities palette. I'm just gonna put that on the outside. Let me add some mascara to the bottom lash line though. Let's do that. Look fine to me. And next we gonna do Lilies. So what I usually always use, guys, I'm probably never gonna get tired of this, but my push-up, my NYX lingerie push-up for the lips. I don't think I like that. One, we're gonna take this completely off.
Eventually.
Okay, guys, I really still don't know how I feel about this lip color. It's like a combination of a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't even know. Focus, 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 camera. So what we're gonna do next is we're going to go ahead and spray. Yes, we're gonna go with our Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. So now that that's pretty much dry, I'm gonna go into the Morphe I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Hopefully it dries faster than the first one did. Yeah, it did. It actually looks really good. Like my makeup looks all melted together. Chow, chow, chow. We done forgot my favorite part. Highlighter. How dare I, you know? How dare I? I'm gonna go into bronzed on my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. And I'm just gonna use it for my base because I kind of want like a little inner glow thing going on. Well, I want like a bronzed type of golden look to kind of go with this. I'm feeling that bronzed goddess look. I'm gonna go in with Paradise Glow in my Tammy. Yeah, in my Tammy Paradise Glow kit. Ooh, that just brings out that bronzed even more, baby. Look what I did. And I think I want to try and use Paradise Glow. Let's see how that looks in the inner corner. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, I'm feeling that. And I'm actually kind of liking the lip color just a little bit more. So there you go. This is the finished look. I just want to thank you guys so much for kind of being patient, and welcome to the new people who have joined my channel. Just thank you. And yes, only up from here. Just thank you for listening to me ramble on and ramble about and just listening to my story and being a part of my journey and everything like that. And yes, thank you for watching. This is about it. We're gonna go over to the Slo-Mo.